Today we're going to make easy chocolate crinkle cookies. It is 4 ingredients, and one of those ingredients is cake mix. They are super easy to pull together. They don't have to chill before they bake. So you can be from no cookie to cookie in your hand in under 30 minutes. And that is if you let them cool, which who's going to do that? If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and click the bell icon to be notified each time I post a new and delicious recipe. Let's get into it. Are you ready to make the easiest cookie in the world? Me too. Alright, so what we've got here is 3 ingredients. I mean 4 technically for the outside, but 3 ingredients go in the cookie. We've got ourselves your favorite box mix. I prefer Devil's Food just because of the intensity of the chocolate. So that's my personal preference and what I grew up making with my mom. So, yeah. And then we've got 2 eggs. And then 1/2 cup of oil. And then we're gonna whisk that together. Find your eggs, gonna start with them. This will kind of keep it from getting like streaks of whites in your final cookie dough, because if you, I mean you could pre-whisk your eggs, but why? It's not that hard. You know, just kind of working the rest of that mix in there. Dispense with a whisk once it gets a little thicker. And mix that in. It's going to make like a thick dough, like, you know, a batter, like not a batter, it's going to make a thick, you know, kind of cookie dough-like texture, and that's exactly what you want, because we are making what? Cookies! Alright, and there she is. You know what else is awesome about this recipe? It doesn't have to chill before we bake it, which means that we can just go ahead and get this in the oven. So I have preheated my oven to 325. Convection, or if you're not using convection, you do 350, just a plain oven. And then we will, without further ado, get a scooping. I am thinking I want this kind of scoop. It's basically like a tablespoon, and we're going to go ahead and kind of scoop and then drop it in our flour. You know, you could roll it beforehand, but why? It's going to be messy, and they're not going to hold like a perfect shape anyways, so you might as well just roll with it. Okay? So we've got our dough in here, and I'm just going to use the bowl to kind of toss it and coat it. So now you want a generous coating of confectioner sugar. If there's one thing to take away here, it is that you want to cake it on. Otherwise, you won't get crackles. You'll get like, you know, just really yummy, but slightly less pretty chocolate cookies, which is nothing to be upset about. But, you know, make sure that you've got a lot of confectioner sugar on top, okay? And then we're gonna place it on your baking dish. Now, it is, in fact, cake mix. So these are, you know, they're soft, right? They are loosey-goosey. I can squish them with my hand. I mean, I'm trying not to, but like that's where we're at with the texture here. So you just wanna be careful and know that, and that's fine. And then keep going with all of your batter. Now, I am spacing these about 2 inches apart. They do spread, so do know that. So again, I'm kind of like swooshing like extra sugar on top, and then I am placing it on the sheet. It looks absurd at this moment, but it will not look absurd when it comes out of the oven. Right, so our oven is ready. We are ready with our first round of the cookies, and we'll continue to repeat with the rest of the batter. But for now, we're gonna get these in the oven, preheated, 325, as I said, convection or 350 regular. And they're gonna bake about 8 minutes, I mean 8 to 10, like I like them like kind of gooey in the center. Right, they are out. They baked 8.5 minutes, so they had completely puffed up and they cracked, and then as they cooled, they've only been cooling for like, let's call it 5 minutes, because I have no patience. They've sunk a bit, but they keep their cracks, and you see how all that extra powdered sugar did not go to waste because it is all up on the top of it, and they are beautiful. And now we have to let them cool, like a few more minutes, you know, like, because I don't know about you, but part of the fun of making a super easy cookie is just like stealing it off of the tray while it's still warm. So that's what the holidays mean to me. And now we know. So I'll check back in a few minutes and we will just like dive right in. It is time to try. It has been approximately 3 minutes and I am so ready. They're still warm. I cannot wait, and that is a fact. But I feel like that's part of the benefit of this recipe, is that it's easy to pull together, it doesn't have to chill, and you get to eat it right off the pan. Yeah, like a kid. Love it. Okay, here we are. Which one should I choose? Oh my god. It tastes like childhood. It's chocolatey and rich, and like you get that nice like poof of 10x of confectioner sugar, which who doesn't want that? It's like crispy around the outside and perfectly chocolatey, and like we remember that it took 3 seconds to pull together and we're so stoked. Easiest holiday cookie ever. Also, all year round cookie. Just saying.